right, my dear? Were you hurt? You look dreadful.
You should have seen me an hour ago.
Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little badges I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Droste, what does step in?
Maybe nobody saw this coming, but you knew how I got the job.
Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
Only when I laugh.
But could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Do you ever sleep?
The enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
You're wrong. We now have a better location and far more people at our disposal. This couldn't have worked out better if I'd planned it.
The Inquisition requires a leader. The one who has already been leading it.
Are you insane?
I know what happened to you. Or what everyone here thinks happened. It seems... I don't know what it seems.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started.
The Maker has put you on a difficult path. I pray you walk it safely.
I remember our talk out there before we found Skyhold. It wasn't just the Maker who put me on this path, was it? Inquisitor Cadash. Fancy title for a surfacer.
Only you could be the Inquisitor. I only pray the power of the Inquisition is enough.
If the power of the Inquisition isn't enough, we're all in a great deal of trouble. Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much.
Who's your friend?
This is Grim. He doesn't talk much.
These rumors will continue.
Oh? I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
I could not repeat them, your worship.
Repeat them. So, you've shared them before.
Where's my back scratcher?
It's already getting louder.
We're going to have these talks less often, Cole.
Maybe.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
Attacking him now won't help us, Cassandra.
Ha! Exactly.
And you better not be keeping anything else from us.
Ah, I understand.
It's not that easy.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. Corypheus.
Griffiness.
Corypheus.
I'm such a fool.
Have you looked at our Inquisition, Cassandra? We're all fools here.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
More at home, maybe. Cassandra's calmed down. I think you can take your hand off your crossbow.
Define calm down for me in terms of who or what she's punching right now?
A little bird told me you were part of the Carter Inquisitor.
A little bird.
Well, a big bird. A big, indiscreet bird who was drunk at the time.
We all have our little quirks.
Quirks? What a delightful word.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
You can't be serious all the time. Well, maybe you can.
The sooner you speak with Vicinius, the better.
We need him to open up about these bloodthirsty cultists. I'll bring wine.
Rumor already gave you a dozen suitors the moment you took your title.
Who were these rumors pairing me with?
I can only speak to what was whispered in several courts.
Josephine.
To begin with, Cassandra, Liliana, Cullen, Dorian, Mother Giselle, the Lord Seeker, Chancellor Roderick, 2 barons, 3 maids, and some man named Philip.
Committed bachelor, I hear. Shame.
I know.
Nary a word for anyone.
Shame.
Well, I believe the game is mine.
Wait, what?
Dorian cheats at this as well.
I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase.
The Pentagosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
So, not on very good terms with your family, then? I should leave you to work this out.
Oh, no, you don't.
I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
Let's hope Corypheus just turns out to be really good at playing dead.
That makes 2 of us. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
Brutally murdered is not really the same as unleashed upon the world, Varric.
You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
Certainly who you follow defines who you are. It's not that complicated.
We're not all blessed with your quick wit.
I prefer the company of men.
My father disapproves.
I'll need you to explain that.
Did I stutter? Men and the company thereof as in sex. Surely you've heard of it.
That's what I thought. No need to elaborate.
I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Most people worry about their next meal. Never mind an estate.
We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring him on.
So that's what all this is about? Who you sleep with?
The bond between a father and a son is complex and subtle. You wipe that damn smirk off your face.
Good book?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, because I suddenly went blind.
You've made such intriguing design choices for the castle, my dear. They must be inspired.
I just let Josephine pick whatever she wants.
You were quite the outlaw, I hear. The Carter. You must have some past.
Whatever you heard, I didn't do it.
So you didn't kill an Antivan count with a wheel of cheese? Shame. I was hoping that rumor was true.
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
I can't believe this. That thing you just said. You shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsadathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us?
I know, right?
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
She's a pretty big fan, in fact.
I'm dying. I'm... dead.
Glad to see you're settling in, Cole.
If you prefer. Although the truth is somewhat more complex.
I'm not sure how much more complexity I need, Solus. Solus tried to explain what you are, but honestly, I stopped listening after a while.
That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
If it's terrible smut, I guess that explains why Cassandra tried to hide it from me.
Smut? Is that what she called it?
There's no end of it. I could store an army.
It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment. Where you will sit in judgment.
Do I really need to oversee even more death? I'm nearly at capacity. Better and better. What can't we do in a place like this?
Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
You've got a deal.
What have you done now?
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
A true Templar hold. Now we're an Inquisition.
Thank you.
This was everything I'd hoped.
I know how you feel.
So you walk into their lives, make them feel better, and they just forget you?
Look, I've got horns, you only come up to my knee, and you can't dream. We're probably not the best people to go around deciding what's normal.
Why are you really here?
What do you mean? To help people.
We both know that'd be easier to believe if you were a totally different person.
I don't need anyone picturing me mooning over stolen kisses.
Is that what you're doing? Mooning?
I will never hear the end of this, will I?
What's giant baiting?
So this old guy, Comte Van Chess, has some kind of a pageant planned. But he needs a giant, which is off in some damn cave. He's got some kind of rare charm to control the giant. But no way he's going into that cave himself. So we go in, kill some spiders, find the giant, and wake it up. It attacks us because, of course, it does. And we let the big bastard chase us outside where Van Chess is waiting.
That was actually your plan? To let a giant chase you?
Yeah. We had to stay out of reach, but close enough that it wouldn't give up. It was tricky. Good news is the giants are slow. Long as my guys ahead could clear out the spiders, we were fine. Bad news is the giant spiderwebs slow you down a bit more than you think.
But at least Comte Van Chess got his giant for the pageant.
Turned out that charm was a phony. Giant ate the poor guy alive. It's okay, though. we still got paid.
Don't look at me.
You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
There's no way I can be bigger than myself, Varric. You're a mage. You studied the Breach. And you seem to have some idea how a bastard like this might think.
I'm flattered.
You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Please tell me you aren't going to burst into song now.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
How long can it take to look at a mark on my hand?
A magical mark of unknown origin? Tied to a unique breach in the veil? Longer than you might think.
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Keep banging your head against the problem. It'll go away eventually. Any thoughts about our new tenant?
You sure she doesn't own the place? Acts like it.
No offense, it needed work.
Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Yes.
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses, and a rare Orzuma contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, your worship, that was my question.
This is an amazing find, Inquisitor. The Shaperid in Orzammar had something like it.
Greetings to you too, Dagna. Do you regularly talk to people in dreams?
My specialty is ale. Old Antivan recipe. The secret is ale.
You're a bit of a hard-ass. Why are you here?
These documents you found, Inquisitor. I've made interesting discoveries.
Inquisitor, you have done much, but have you the stomach for the Quizquisition?
The what?
I shall make you a champion.
You can make me a champion? That seems hollow.
Well noted.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff.
What's the current mood?
Scorn.
My colleague Adan was clear about the worth of your cause. I look forward to assisting him.
He didn't seem all that friendly toward me.
We will continue when I have time and the wind calls me.
So...
I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
But you don't need anything from anyone. You're known for that.
It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
I think it's strange to say. It's stranger to hear.
Let's look at you. Right, you'll survive it. Maybe.
And you are?
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
When your friend was captured, how did he... she...
It.
It?
The Inquisitor wants to be a Reaver.
If this crystal were placed in a lair, I cannot overstate the value of what we might learn.
Right, simple. Dagna, any chance it'll work?
Oh, there's always a chance. I mean, yes.
It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
All right, Solus. Any friend of yours, apparently.
Let's not waste time. You've dragons to conquer, infusions to make, and blood to drink.
Dragons are involved? Wisdom spirit my ass.
You are no slave, Linnea. I'll add another spoonful myself, later.
I hope this link doesn't go both ways.
I'm summoned to offer instruction in the physical aspect of the Templar. I'm Sir.
Sir what?
He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Cole, do not ask the mages to bind you in a blood magic rite.
You made it kill! You twisted it against its purpose!
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied demons, but after you help us, I can...
Word of advice? I'd hold off on explaining how demons work to my friend here. Is my own spy master telling me to watch myself? There has to be some middle ground between do nothing and bind Cole with blood magic.
Indeed.
Very well, sir. Call me Inquisitor.
The summoning circle.
We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
Breaking that circle has to be easier than fighting a damn demon.
The summoning circle is part of the demon's current nature. It will certainly attack us as we attempt to break it.
Of course it will.
Interesting.
Yes, yes, you're the stern older sister who will rip me to shreds if I so much as make poor Josephine sniffle.
Our traditions value passion and romance. A certain exuberance of style.
Are you positive you're Antivan?
It is simple enough. You put it on, I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
We know it's not just going to work, right? It never just works.
They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
I'd be worried too if my son ran off to join some gauche foreigners on a crusade.
Focus on the amulet. Tell me what you feel.
Warm, soft blanket covering, but it catches tears. I'm the wrong shape. There's something there. That way.
It appears we have something to find. I told you it never just works.
But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
I don't think that's it. You felt guilty because you couldn't help him.
Clever you.
You answered the death of your clan with a goat?
Have you talked to him since? Have you heard what he sounds like?
He sounds like a spirit.
Nonsense words like Bertrand at the end. Just need to hear the song again just for a minute. I'm all right, Varric.
That? What am I supposed to do with that?
If you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
That's the Dorian I know, critiquing every book in my library.
I wouldn't have to if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist to join the cause.
Are there rebellious archivists? Other than you, that is. I don't know. He could go in that... what's it called? A gibbet? Chief Mofran. He'll be placed in a gibbet to serve as an example to... someone. Then, probably released.
A return. I expect this visit shall be as fulfilling as the last.
What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
I don't think we'll be missed from the party for a while.
Purchased? What becomes of Darabon?
You stole from Corypheus. I don't know whether that's stupidly brave or bravely stupid.
It's rather amusing, Dorian.
Your outfit's entertaining, I'll give you that.
The way you sneer at Southerners, pretending to be a shark from a land of sharks. But you are not a shark, and never will be, darling. They knew it, just as you do.
I could have pretended. Wore fancy clothes, convinced everyone I'm something I'm not. Then I could take a position at court, whore myself out, and desperately hope no one realizes what a fraud I am.
Such snapping for a fish without teeth.
You should put on a show. Charge for admission.
I know. I'm taking notes.
He's pleading guilty while claiming he's not. Which is it?
Once they learned we were nobody, we were as good as dead. But here you are.
Arriving at the last moment. Don't forget style in your training.
Your leader, your herald, your